What it do, what it do, what it do, what it is. It's your boy, and I'm back in the building for another podcast. This is a No News, Just Facts podcast with your boy, Brian. Some of y'all may know me as Ibrahim. Whatever I go at, whatever y'all know me as, that's who I am to you. I'm in here for a good time, not a long time. So I'm going to try to stretch this to like maybe 30 minutes, possibly. I don't really have a lot to speak on. I'm just trying to, just trying to get on in here. Get on in here before the year closes out. I might do another episode before the year closes out again. Maybe if I'm feeling like that, I'll do it. Maybe. I don't know. But hey, we here. We are at the inception, pretty much the ending of 2020. And, most, if not all of us, can say that 2020 has been some kind of year. It's been almost terrible. Not even almost. Most can say 2020 has been terrible. But here's the thing about that. I think about that and I say, has 2020 been that bad? I mean, yeah, there have been a lot of things that happened. Of course, COVID being the major one that made you say, man, this year sucks. People losing their job. Not only that, people losing their lives. COVID has really taken a lot of people's lives. A lot of family members, a lot of friends, a lot of our loved ones are gone because of COVID. People were taking it as a joke, not realizing that, hey, this thing is actually real. It's not fake. The amount of people who have contracted COVID, even if it's not serious, it's just kind of yeah, it's real. It's not just some fake thing to be playing with. Let alone all of these industries that have been shut down, from the computer industry to the entertainment industry has taken major blows. I'm sure they've lost billions and trillions of dollars, just because of, there not being any performances, any festivals, anything like that. People having to do performances from, just live stream performances with no audience. The comedy world is taking a big hit too. Just overall, just in general, a lot of industries losing money. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time in here. I'm trying to stretch to just maybe 30 minutes, maybe more. But like I said, yeah, 2020, like I said, when I look at it, yes, 2020 was bad. We lost different celebrities and a lot of people lost their lives due to the virus. Of course, there was still a presidential election, even though, even with everything going on. What else here? Sorry, y'all. I'm just freestyling off the top of my brain. I'm not even I don't have any notes in front of me or anything. I am just freestyling this completely. So, I think about that and I think, yeah, 2020 has been a pretty bad year, but I also in hindsight of all of that, I also think back and I'm just kind of 2020 was bad, but it wasn't as bad as when our parents were coming up and coming up in the world. Just imagine any mother and father who were immigrants or just think about that for a sec. Think about your mom and dad or your uncle or your aunt, just in general coming up in this world. Think back to, when the swine flu was around. What else? let me see here. Think about 2001 when the economy, crashed in 2001. The Bush era. Like, bro, how did they cope with everything? Like 9/11, all these different things that happened during those times. How the hell did they survive all of that? I think back to those times because I was young when 9/11 happened. We were all young when 9/11 happened, or when Bush was going, taking the U.S. to war in Iraq and everything like that. We were young, and just the overall effect of the economy taking a hit because of war. We were young, we couldn't understand it, and it makes you ponder, like, damn, how did our parents, how did our aunts, how did our uncles deal with all of that, all of those problems that arose, different famines, different times when the stock market and the economy just crashed. How about 2008 when the economy crashed again? It's just kind of like, yes, the times in 2020 have been bad, but I feel like we've seen worse than 2020. I feel like not in just 1 year. I feel like it's been like sprinkled out. I feel like there have been other times when there was a crisis, in my opinion. Just like I said, just thinking back when I was younger and all these different things happened. I never really paid attention to the news, but I just kind of felt like I knew when something was happening. Whenever I would see my mother watching the news, whenever I would see my aunt watch, different family members watching the news. And me, I'm Nigerian, so all the elderly people stay watching CNN. So it's like they're always fixated on watching CNN so they can know what's going on in the world. Every time my mom is watching the news, I always ask her, I'm like, why are you always watching the news? She's like, oh, because I want to see what's going on in the world. I mean, I guess I understand that, but, this is just coming from me as a person who's not really into like watching the news like that. But I guess also like understanding that, like, yeah, the news helps in some sort of way, appealing to people, but also like scaring people as well. I always say that some news is there to like scare people and stir up whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, I am freestyling all of this, so forgive me if I'm like rambling a little bit too much. But yeah, it really has been a year. Really has been a year to like mostly forget. I just hope to make better decisions and be more about my health and more about seeing success in 2021. I don't want to sound cliche, but yeah, I do seek to download more change in my life. We always make these New Year's resolutions. Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose weight and do all this other stuff, and you get like maybe 2 weeks into January, and then you just back into the old behaviors that you were on of the past. So I mean, if you feel as though you actually want to make a change in your life, you either should have started in November or at the beginning of December. Hell, if you're really serious, you should have started in October. But I mean, if you're really serious about making changes to your life, making changes to your mental, the mental house or apartment that you store information in. You should start now. You should start now. There's no point waiting until January 1st to start a New Year's resolution. It's like it's a burnt out cliche. At this point, it should just be a goal and not a New Year's resolution. New Year's resolutions are played out. It's like literally played out. It's like no point to making New Year's resolutions, because if you're not going to follow it after 2 or 3 weeks or even a month, 2 months, then it's no point. It's no point. How you gonna tell yourself you're gonna lose weight and start in January and then not follow through after a month, 2 weeks, whatever. You stop and then you revert back to old ways. That's not trying to make a change. That's just fulfilling an oxymoron. That's just being stuck within a path that you cannot get out of. That's what's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? That I already said oxymoron. What is the word I am looking for? It's right there, but it's right there on my tongue, but it just doesn't want to. I don't know why it's not there, but you know what I mean. Yeah, like I said, you should definitely get started now. If you wanna make a honest, impactful change, start now. And matter of fact, not even just that, write it down. Like, I mean, literally write it down. Like, write it down on a piece of paper or something like that. You should have like a journal or something like that. I know people, these millennials of now, might write it on their phone or something like that, which is I'm sure a good thing, because, most of everything that goes on it lives on your phone. Most of us are nothing without our phone. You lose your phone and it's over with. But yeah, you should definitely write it down. Write down your goals, Just to get off of that, so there's this thing that happened. I want to touch on it for like a few seconds. There was a gentleman that there was a black man that was shot in I believe it was it Lamarck? Was it Lamarck? What's the guy's name? Joshua Feast. He was shot by Jose Santos, a 10-year veteran police officer, on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, I believe. That's last week. He was running away from the police officer, and the officer, Jose Santos, shot him, and he died. It's so crazy. This is like, it's almost the end of the year, and this just happens, I feel like we as a people have been taking losses just continuously, and this is just to add to those losses. Let's forget about, forgetting about COVID for now. The injustices and police brutality is really coming from under that rug that has been getting swept under for years and years and decades and decades. It's really coming into fruition where it's not just something that's just gonna breeze by like maybe in the dark past it used to, but it's like more getting put to light. It's more being put to light, you know. Hopefully, uh, everything that happens with this, there's a good there's a justice ridden outcome that comes out of this, because I don't understand how somebody can. I don't understand how the story is like, oh, the Joshua Feast guy had two pistols, but if he had two pistols, what does that have to do with anything if he's running away from the police officer? You get what I'm saying? It's like it's a whole bunch of different things that have been going on. You know, apparently, you know, now he this is not the first time that the Jose Santos, this Jose Santos guy has been in, you know, had like a suspicious police, you know, overdoing of his job. This is not the first time that has happened. He actually had the same thing happen when he was with Galveston. What is it? Galveston Police Department, and he resigned 19 months before he resigned in 2013. Yeah, but like I said, I feel like this is not going to get like national media coverage or anything like that. CNN is not going to fucking pull up to Lamarck or whatever. That's not going to happen. But I mean, this is a local thing, you know? And like I said, I just feel like there should be a positive justice ridden outcome to this, you know. All the body cam footage, all the footage that these different camera angles and everything caught should all be released, and you know, the accountability should be put there. It shouldn't just always be that the police department has evidence and they just like make that shit do the abracadabra and make the shit disappear. It should be accountability. If a motherfucker fucked up, and that's what it sounds like here. It sounds like the officer fucked up. If the suspect is fucking running away from you, and to be honest with you, if I was a police officer and somebody was running away, a suspect was running away from me, I'm not about to pull out unless I feel as though I need to pull out my gun. I'm chasing after the suspect, or I'm just gonna let the suspect go, bro. Like, they don't that person who you're chasing after doesn't need to die. They don't need to die. And even if I am going to use my gun, bro, I'm going to shoot him in the foot, shoot him in the leg. That way, he's still all right. His wounds, a man's wounds can heal if you shoot him in the foot, shoot him in the arm, tase him. They'll be all right. You can still apprehend that person for whatever crime that they, you know, are suspected for. If you shoot him dead, it's like, damn, bro, you don't want that man or that woman to see their family no more. You don't want that man to be alive, and you know, like, I'm sorry, but to me that shit, it sounds pussy. A suspect is running away from you, and you can't catch up to the suspect, and you just decide to pull out your gun and not only shoot at them. Not only shoot at them, but shoot them till they dead. Sounds like pussy shit. That's just what I think. I feel like it's pussy shit. Pussy as hell. But, you know, hey, like I said, justice shall be served. Whatever is in the dark shall come to light, man. And yeah. Like I said, I don't want to be out here too long. What is it? What else is there for me to really talk about? Anything serious that I could talk about? If there's nothing serious, then I'll just, you know. Let me see. Oh yeah. Man, so DJ Academics and Meek Mill, right? DJ Academics and Meek Mill. DJ Academics is on this app called Clubhouse with a whole bunch of like other, you know, rappers and record executives or whatever. So before I even go on, Clubhouse is like I guess it's like a group chat type of thing where, you know, people, I don't know if it's invite only or anything like that. But it's like pretty much a place where, you know, it's almost kind of like it's like a group chat, pretty much. You sit there, you know, everybody sits there and just like starts pretty much discussing whatever. So I don't know why there was I don't know what the Clubhouse was specifically for, but like I said, there's like different people. There's 21 Savage is in there. 21 Savage, Guapdad 4000, Nadeska, who else? It's like it's just random people in there. A bunch of random people. And so they get to talking, and they just pretty much get to going in on DJ Academics about the war in Chiraq. And the war in like DJ Academics has not only once, not only twice, but almost like maybe about 5 times discussed, you know, the exploitation, not even just the war in Chiraq, but the exploitation that he feels as though that people, you know, all these rappers and artists put on him because he's deciding, you know, to post different things that could get rappers killed or you know, get rappers or singers in trouble or anything like that. And he's pretty much defending himself throughout and pretty much saying like, hey, if you know, it's mostly like they just pretty much like just going in on him pretty much. But it's like, bro, if y'all wouldn't post none of this stuff, number one, if y'all wouldn't post none of this stuff that incriminates y'all, because that's all these rappers, all these singers, all these entertainers do is incriminate themselves by posting something, or it's their homeboys, or it's the artists that are signed to their record labels that be posting all this incriminating stuff. Then you get mad at people like DJ Academics because he's reposting something that you posted or your artist posted. It's like, how you gonna get mad at him for reposting something that you posted or your artist posted? And second thing here, DJ Academics is not the only like blogger posting stuff about all this stuff that these artists are posting on themselves that is like incriminating. You know, everybody's going in on DJ Vlad and saying, oh, he's the feds, he's the police, when in fact, artists who are offered or asked if they want to go on DJ Vlad can easily say no. Or when you get up to DJ Vlad and he asks you those questions, you can do just like Pee Wee Longway and don't answer the question. Find a way not to answer the question. If it's incriminating, don't answer it or just don't do the interview. Like, what is so hard about that? None of these rappers in this new age make it easy on themselves. They just the self snitching is easy. You post something up that looks, that looks a little, you know what I'm saying? You post it up by yourself, or you post it in your story or something like that, and then you get mad at DJ Academics for doing it. Like I said, on my number 2 point, DJ Academics is not the only like blog that exploits artists. Vlad, Say Cheese. Even though I actually like Say Cheese's stuff, it's like I feel like he riles up people too. He riles up stirs up a whole bunch of beef too. What else? There's a bunch of different blogs. What else? Shade Room, TMZ. TMZ is not even a hip hop publication, but they post hip hop stuff. They probably got like one or two people who know anything about hip hop up there at their offices, but they post it. They supposed to be like a Hollywood actors and actresses and things of that nature. They post hip hop stuff. They post street stuff. They post street rap stuff, even though that has nothing to do with them, their platform. Yeah, DJ Academics is not the only one. Number 3, DJ Academics just needs to stop DJ Academics needs to stop apologizing for the war in Chirac, bro. Like, he's addressed it more than once. Like, damn, what do y'all want him to do? Y'all want him to keep apologizing to every single person from Chicago just because of that stuff? And nah, man. After that clubhouse, I don't think DJ Academics needs to apologize anymore for the war in Chirac. Granted, yes, it was wrong of him to do. It was wrong of him to do that or whatever. Just be speaking on different rappers from Chicago and not really knowing the culture or whatever. But he's taken accountability and said, I'm not street, and I don't know Chicago like that, and I've learned some things. He's learned some things from that experience, and he's never going to do that type of content again, where it's solely based on one type of city or one type of city and one type of subgenre of rap. So I mean, to get on, and this is number 3, to get on like the Meek Mill Academics thing. I sat there and I listened to it, and I'm just kind of like, I get what Meek Mill is saying about DJ Academics being in cancer and this and that and the third, but it's like, bro, it just feels like he's mad that DJ Academics doesn't post him. He says it's like in his voice inflection, he says he doesn't care about DJ Academics. He's like, he's always been good before DJ Academics. He makes his money. He doesn't need DJ Academics. But in the same vein, I feel like Meek Mill needs DJ Academics just like DJ Academics needs Meek Mill. If DJ Academics ain't talking about Meek Mill, he seems kind of boring if he's not at least mentioning Meek Mill at least once. And if Meek Mill is not attacking DJ Academics, then, it's just kind of like, I don't want to, it's just kind of like, we don't want to, y'all just need to go ahead and just like, man, I don't know, have like a private conversation, No one person is better than nobody else, in my opinion, Both of these guys are are not any better than each other. Meek Mill shouldn't be too proud to admit that, hey, yes, my label has paid you for your services to post some of my artists. Like, it's like, if that's what it is, admit that. DJ Academics literally sat up there and said, hey, bro, I think what your problem is that you don't want to admit that you need me. Just like I was just explaining. Meek Mill needs DJ Academics just like DJ Academics needs Meek Mill. If DJ Academics ain't talking about Meek Mill, then he can't move. He can't move if he don't mention Meek Mill at least one time, you know? But I mean, hey, not everybody's supposed to like DJ Academics. I used to follow him heavy back in the day. You know, up until like maybe, you know, from like maybe 2014 and like 2017. I was definitely following and in tune with DJ Academics like that. But I mean, after a while, I just kind of like, I seen the way like some of the things that he posted, and I was like, yeah, I'm not really down with some of the stuff that he posted, you know, because you know some of that stuff fuels beef, and then when people get killed, then he try to, you know, hide his hand and everything like that. So, I feel like they shouldn't have tried to blame him for the death, you know, for people's deaths, you know. He's just a blogger. He's not a street cat. He doesn't fully understand. And I'm not a street guy either. But I mean, it's just a principle thing. It's just a morals thing. You don't got to be street to understand morals and principles and what, you know, and have dignity and know what you're supposed to, you know, what you're supposed to talk about and what you're not supposed to talk about. Like, there was a time, I feel like, I think DJ Academics, I think they did this on Everyday Struggle when Joe Budden was still there, and they were they were talking about Young Dolph and Black Youngsta, and Joe Budden said, "Oh man, I don't know nothing about Young Dolph and Joe Budden." My bad. Joe Budden said he didn't know anything about Young Dolph and Black Youngsta. You know, he don't know nothing about that. And DJ Academics sat up there and was trying to like pretty much like give a lowdown like of some street beef. And it just kind of like, that was weird to me, you know? But all in all, it was just a melee on DJ Academics. There's a whole bunch of rappers and people just you know, going in on him for nothing. Because it's like DJ Academics is going to go and do go back and do whatever he wants to do, you know, and still make his money, you know. And all that money talk don't mean nothing to to a blogger who's making just as much money as y'all, you know. But I feel like at some point he should, you know, understand what he should take away is that, you know, these artists some of these artists are sensitive to, you know, what he posts, you know, and what he says about them, you know. Regardless of whether you like Nav or not, you know, that man is an artist, and you know, you're a blogger, you're not no musician, so you can't really be sitting up there and shitting on him as an artist just because you don't like him, you know. I feel like DJ Academics was putting his feelings into, you know, his discretion with Meek Mill. Like it was all about he was putting too much of his feelings into it, you know. There are bloggers who can like take their feelings out of it and just post the music. Like post the music and you know, take your, you know what I'm saying? Get your emotions out of it. It's a bit like, this is a business at the end of the day. You're in the business to make money. You're not in the business to, you know, forge emotions and you know, keep real friends in this business. The industry can be fake a lot of times. So I mean, like I said, man, DJ Academics, make your money, bro. Meek Mill gonna, make his money. They all gonna make their money. Just move a little. I guess move a little different out here as far as like posting stuff. I feel like he's changed a lot. DJ Academics has changed a lot. He's not as like childish or tawdry as he once was or whatever. Even though they like to bring up the fact that he's friends with 6ix9ine, and I don't even really think that's like I don't really that's his friend and everything like that, but I mean, if it comes down to it, DJ Academics is gonna save his own ass before anything that has to do with 6ix9ine, but that's for another conversation. What else is there to talk about? Trying to see here. Trying to put it together in my head if there's anything else I need to speak on. I did say 30 minutes, right? It's like 36 minutes right now. I'm definitely trying to manifest something different with my own self-awareness and everything like that. Oh yeah, by the way, just to segue from that, I don't know if anybody's seen or heard, what is it? Is it name? What is his name? What is it? Jake Paul? Is it Jake Paul? Yeah, Jake Paul is trying to set up a fight with Mayweather and McGregor. Right now he's trying to get McGregor to fight, and he released this disrespectful video of him, and the video just pretty much goes like this. He's just pretty much sitting in his little car or whatever, nice little car. He's like, "Hey, McGregor, I'm paraphrasing here. He called him a cunt, and he just pretty much said, "Hey, my team sent you a 50. What is it? 50? Is it 50,000 or 50? Yeah, I think it was 50,000. A $50,000 offer for them to fight." And there's an insult in there about his wife. About his wife. He has like the Ireland flag, and he's just being super disrespectful. I'm gonna be honest with you. McGregor is not the greatest boxer, but man, I see him beating the brakes off of Jake Paul if this fight should ever go down, which I honestly, at the same time, I don't want this to go down because it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke that Mayweather even wants to fight. It's a joke that Mayweather and Jake Paul are even going to fight, bro. Like, and then Jake Paul wants to fight Mayweather. Jake Paul wants to fight McGregor after this. Like, that just does not make any sense. And to be honest with you, they're making a mockery of, like, Jake Paul is making a mockery of, like, boxing as a sport and just making money off of something he's not really in like that. Like, he ain't really fought nobody. He hasn't really fought anybody credible. Doesn't make any sense. Who deemed him the guy to be boxing? Like, bro, didn't you lose to KSI? Didn't he lose to KSI? How is he all of a sudden doing a 360 from losing to KSI to all of a sudden going and being able to fight Mayweather. I mean, his brother Logan just knocked out Nate Robinson. Oh yeah, by the way, Nate Robinson is a basketball player. He is not a boxer. So the Paul brothers are crazy. They wild. They just making money. They just making money. They ain't doing nothing for real. They're not boxing nobody for real. And now Jake Paul is about to go fight Mayweather and lose to Mayweather. And then calling out McGregor for a $50,000 fight. This is so crazy. Jake Paul is about to be a millionaire and lose to Mayweather. Do you realize that? It's so like goofy, bro. Like, come on, man. They make boxing look crazy. And the fact that somebody like Mayweather, who's an actual like boxer, is entertaining this, it's just like, wow. I don't even understand. Maybe it's just him. Maybe it's just him maybe he just wants to make his money, bro. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But Jake Paul is with the antics, man. And he really wants McGregor. He really wants McGregor. Will McGregor respond? By the way, in that video, he said something so funny to me. He called Dana White a bald motherfucker. That the way he said it though, he's like, and Dana White, you fat bald motherfucker. Just going in on him. Like, I'm just kind of like, wow. This, like, how is he able to just talk like this? Is it because he has money or what? I don't get it, man. But I don't know. He's asking for smoke, and so far McGregor has yet to respond. I'm gonna be honest. I hope he doesn't respond. I don't want to see McGregor and Jake Paul. It's already about to be a Mayweather and Jake Paul. This man is about to rack up the bands before the end of. He about to rack up the bands in 2021, bro. It's crazy. But hey, I guess that's the way to work. That's the way everything is going right now. As far as the boxing world, I mean, instead of us paying attention to a real sanctioned boxing match, we over here paying attention to this bull. But hey, that's for another time. You know what I'm saying? It's for another time, bro. But anyways, man, what else is there? What's going on? New music. It's a lot. It's been a lot of new music that's come out. What have I been listening to? I mean, I've been listening to the Bryson album and the 21 Savage album. What else? What else have I been listening to? I think those are pretty much the most solid things I've been like going back to a lot. I have been listening to some Lil Baby, some Mo3. Rest in peace to him. Very tragic what happened to him. That's another conversation for another podcast to really like decipher and dissect, because there's so many like videos I've been watching from like bloggers on like different like scenarios and things that are attached to him getting him getting killed or whatever. It's so much going on, man. It's like, it's so crazy. It is so crazy, bro. What else? What else have I really been listening to? It's not that many things I've been listening to, but I mean, towards the end of this year, it's not that many things I've been listening to, but I've been really listening to Bryson Tiller and the 21 Savage album. Let me see. I listened to the Lecrae album. I actually like that. There's a few other albums I've been listening to, giving some spins. Yeah, just a few other things I've been giving some spins and everything like that. But yeah, I've just been like on the go, just going to work, coming back, sleeping, eating, sleeping, getting ready for work, going to work, coming back, just kind of in the robotic mode of everything, just to keep myself busy and not really think about everything that's going on. By the way, y'all, it's robbing season. I just want to inform everybody, if they didn't know, it is robbing season. So be careful. Be careful. Know your surroundings. Know where you're going. Have a destination. If you can, amongst just the COVID thing, like I said, around like November and December, of course, bad things start to happen. Bad things start to happen, depending on what area you in, especially if you're in like the Southwest, like I am, where random things just be happening and stuff like that. Just be careful. Know your surroundings and be where you're supposed to be, and don't show up where you're not supposed to be. You feel me? I think, you know what? I think I'm going to just stop there. I think this is good for now. As 2020 comes to a close, hopefully, I'm praying that the future is bright for yourself, myself, my friends, and my family. Just be safe, and we're going to get through this year. This year is almost up, and hey, next year is another year. It's only a short ways away. Think about that for a second. Hey man, y'all take it easy. I'll be back for another episode, and hopefully I have everything set up in my head to where and how I want to, what I want to talk about. Y'all take it easy.